everybody, what's up? It's your boy, Mike, the Nauti Cruiser. It's Thirsty Thursday, Throw It Back Thursday, Throat Punch Thursday. Throw it out the window Thursday. It's Thursday, and I am back in black, baby. I hope you are all having a fantastic night. We have a few things to talk about tonight, and if any of you, have taken the time out to read the description of the live show, you should know there's going to be a lot of juicy information being talked about this evening. First things first, let's get to the chat and say what's up to my boy, Scott McNeil. He's the first one this week. He beat out Chuck Spencer. Chuck's close second. Lourdes is in the house. Gay is in the house. Diabetic's in the house. Robin's in the house. All of y'all are in the house. Be sure to smash that like button on your way in. There's 7 of you now and 4 likes, so we should have 7 likes if there's 7 watching. Either way, we're going to get a lot more people in here, and we are definitely going to talk about the juicy thing that is taking over all of the cruise groups at the moment, and that is the new reimagined, reformed Carnival program. I'm not going to call it the VIFP program because that's going by the wayside in 365 days and all of that. But there are a lot of good takeaways out of this. It's not all bad. It's not all negative. So I will give you my opinion on why I think it's actually not that bad for someone like me. But before we get into that, let me give you a quick little rundown on how things have been. It's been a little crazy. I went on board the Carnival Jubilee out of Galveston a few weeks ago, and on the flight there, I had no issues. My ears popped. Everything was great. I got on board the ship, had a wonderful time. Flying home, my ears popped, and then they did not re-pop. So I have what they are calling a tube dysfunction. So the inner tubes on my ears are not working properly. They're not displacing the pressure the way they should. I'm not coming back down the atmosphere pressure. So this whole side of my head is still clogged. It feels like I'm up in an airplane, ton of pressure on the side of the head. This ear is finally back to normal, which is great. So now we're only focusing on the right side of the ear. It's causing a little bit of issues with my sinuses, and that's why I took last week off, because I could not hear a single thing. So I would have been screaming the whole time, and I don't want to be screaming. But we're going to talk about the Jubilee first. We're going to talk about some great things I did on board the Jubilee. We're going to talk about some things that I enjoyed and some things that I didn't really enjoy. And Chuck, yes, dysfunction, you got that right, baby. Dysfunctional is 100% the way it is. I'm like Sheldon Cooper. My mother had me tested. I got no record of this. She said she did, but either way, that's not here nor there. But let's get to the chat real quick. Let's see what everyone is talking about. I can only imagine 90% of the comments already are probably about this new Carnival program that they are rolling out. And without further ado, I mean, I don't blame you guys, but we're going to get into that. We'll get into that in a little bit here. Scotty with the eyes. Chuck saying Scotty's first. Lourdes is oh so much to talk about with an angry face. You shouldn't be one of the ones that is mad as much as you are, and I'll explain why. Gay is just waking up a few hours ago, 8 a.m. Friday in Australia. It's still Thursday here. It's the final countdown. What's the over-under? Mike changes cruise lines because of the loyalty program. Well, Diabetic, let me tell you this. Mike is not changing cruise lines. Mike will not change cruise lines. Mike will still sell Carnival, and we'll get into that here shortly. Robin, Chuck is not usually first. Scott is usually first. Chuck has just been recently climbing the ladder of being first on the last few shows. Martin is in the house. What's going on, Martin and Haley? Martin, actually, we can. I still have yet to ship out your packages, but here's the Jubilee, man. It's picked up. It's all nice and pretty in its plastic housing. But it's going to go to the post office tomorrow. I have a package going out to you, and I have a package going out to Gay as well. Gay, yours is going to take a little bit longer to get there since you are in Australia. But they are going out tomorrow, so be sure to look out for messages from me, what you're tracking and all of that stuff. That'll all come to you guys. Anyway, everyone's saying hello to the chats and all of that fun stuff. Antoinette at Fun in the house. What's going on, Antoinette? I hope you're having a fantastic night. So let's get right into it, right? Let's talk about the Carnival Jubilee. So I flew out on a Friday. The cruise left on a Saturday. So I flew out Friday night. Everything was great. The flight was awesome. Everything was on time. It was me and my mom. My mom went with me on the cruise. We had a wonderful time together. If your parents are still alive, which I hope they are, if you have the opportunity to go out and just spend time one-on-one with those parents, as we get older and we have our own kids, we tend to forget certain things in life. So it's nice to always rekindle that relationship. So it was great to just go, me and my mom, and have some mother-son time on board the ship, which was awesome. She had a blast. I had a blast. It was just a wonderful time all around. So we stayed at a hotel right outside of Hobby Airport. And the reason for this cruise was it was one of our friends' birthdays. It was Emily Flanagan's birthday, her big 50th. So we all decided to book the cruise. She had no idea we were all going, and it was a great little surprise. So Southwest, I booked my flights well enough in advance to be able to get my bags for free. So my bags still flew free. They didn't get me with no bag fees. Haha, joke's on you, suckers. Anyway, get to the hotel. We stayed at the hotel. We took Galveston Saltwater Moms. Now, let me tell you, Randy with Galveston Saltwater Moms, she was absolutely fantastic. The only downfall about Galveston Saltwater Moms is they do not allow you enough time to go to Buc-ee's. So what we decided to do was we decided to hop in an Uber, take the Uber down to Buc-ee's right there in Texas City, enjoy as much time as we wanted the night before, and then Uber back from the Buc-ee's in Texas City back to Hobby Airport, essentially. So that went well. We then took Galveston Saltwater Moms all the way down to the cruise ship. We boarded the cruise ship. Everything was going smoothly. We did some specialty dining. We did Rudy's. We did Bonsai Teppanyaki. We went to Daniel Johnson's. We did the whole sloth thing. Even though you still can't hold the sloths or the monkeys, it was still an awesome immersive experience. So I highly recommend, if you're going to go, reach out to them. It's $40 a person. They do a whole city tour. They do all of this amazing stuff. We had Larry. We honestly 100% recommend Larry as the driver every single time we recommend somebody for Daniel Johnson's. Larry is absolutely the best. He even got a birthday cake for Emily. So we sang happy birthday to all the May birthdays. We had birthday cake right by the beach. It was an awesome experience. We get back to the ship, all that fun jazz. Didn't do anything in Cozumel because I've been there a million times. Just got off, walked around the ship a little bit. I actually bumped into the one and only Lee Mason in Cozumel, and I sat there and had about a 45-minute conversation with him about some things that were, in the works. We didn't talk about the whole VIFP program or things like that, but we talked about some new cruise directors coming over from sister lines like Princess, and his new position. So we had that little conversation, and then Costa Maya, it rained for a little bit of the day. We were supposed to do the golf carts in Costa Maya. We never did. I just went in, took a cab into town, $6, explored town for a little bit by foot, and then took a cab back to the cruise port. All in all, it was a great cruise. Some fantastic shows on the Movies Under the Stars, some good comedy. Piano bar was always lit like it always is. And the casino is the casino, and everyone did well in the casino. I did do a picture. I usually don't do the pictures on board, but a follower had posted on their page that they went and got a picture done when they were on the Mardi Gras, and I was absolutely blown away by the picture they got. So I went and got mine done while I was on board the ship. Now, Carnival has started rolling out something new. It is called iris photography, and it's iris art. So they literally take a picture of your eye. They add water, fire, the galaxy, things like that. I chose to go with water since my love and passion is for the ocean and cruise ships. And I got this. It was well worth it. I paid $100, but I also have the SD file. So I can take that, I can put it on a big acrylic board or poster or whatever if I wanted to. And that was the one thing that I really enjoyed the most was getting this, was purchasing this. I, however, did not enjoy the process of taking this picture. Now, we all know I'm a bigger guy, so my eyes have a little extra added skin around those. And I opened my eyes like this, and I was told that's not far enough. So we literally had to peel my eyeball open, and the whole time they were shining this light into my eye. So If you could imagine, the water that surrounds that photo was the amount of water that was pouring out of my eye the whole time. So we had to stop and dry my eye and blink and dry my eye and then stop and then dry my eye. So I had this bright light blasted in my face for a good 6-7 minutes. And it was just horrible. My eye was so red afterwards. It was leaking. I felt like I was in a fight with Mike Tyson. It was definitely an experience. I'm not saying it's not worth it. Everyone's different. Joe and Emily got theirs done. Theirs was quicker. But again, they're on the smaller side. I'm a bigger guy. I got a little bit more meat. Hey, listen, I got to get hands and pull it out of the way. It's just like going and getting an eye exam done. It's just a little bit more uncomfortable. But it was well worth it, in my opinion. That turned out awesome. I can't wait to frame it and put it here on the wall. I have a whole idea for these walls here. For those of you who know me, you know I like Lego. I have my Jaws Lego set that's going here. I got the Great Wave behind me up on the mantle that's going to go here. There's so much stuff I'm going to do here, and I'm going to incorporate the eyeball somewhere along the lines on this wall. That's the plan. I can see it on the wall. So that's pretty much the Carnival Jubilee. That's how that all went. Everything was great. Had a fantastic time. Party on the Seas in the house. Anthony Motzinger in the house. What's going on, Ant? And that's pretty much it, right? The Jubilee was awesome. Everything went well. And we get back home. I get back to that dreadful strike line. The strike line. The infamous strike line. Warm Strong Adventures in the house. What's going on, Bill? So I get back to the strike line on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Thursday evening rolls around, and I get a text message that the strike has officially come to an end. So we have agreed to a contract. We ratified that contract on Tuesday. And your boy goes back to work on Saturday. So Saturday will be my first day back to work. I rebid on my runs next week, so I'll know my new run next week. But it is back to work I go. No more strike line, no more strike pay, no more standing and shouting, give us a better contract. It's officially come to an end. And I could not say I am happier than anything, because I am really happy to be going back to work. I did not enjoy getting up every day and going down to the strike line for 4 hours a day, 7 days a week, just to get a $1,000 paycheck. Now, it was great while it lasted. I was able to take a couple little trips in between here and there, not needing approval for time off or things like that. It was worth it. But I am definitely glad to be back to work. Definitely glad to be back to work. So before we move on to the next topic of conversation, which, Lourdes, I know it's eating away at you, it's not going to be that. We're going to talk about the next upcoming adventure, and then we're going to dive deep into that news. So let me read some of these comments and catch up with y'all. It'll take me spending $33,000 with 3 year span to lose the diamond status, whatever star points I've earned. You're taking care of the loyal guest. Nope. The Irish thing is weird. I don't want a picture of my dang eye. It's really cool. It was an awesome experience. Better than them trying to take your eye out and have you give it back a couple days later. That is very true. My Asian eyes aren't doing it. Good to know. Yeah, Martin, you're going to need to peel them open. With me having had eye shingles since last Christmas, I noticed a dream eye scans. It's not funny. The ophthalmology unit at Brisbane Hospital has the big machines. Yeah, it wasn't fun. It really wasn't. It was like this bright light in your face. I kind of felt like I was being abducted by aliens at one point in time. And but it just kept leaking and leaking and leaking, and that's what made it worse. Can you use that picture to unlock your phone or unlock the Doomsday Bunker? It's possible. I don't know if it would, because mine's full facial recognition with my phone, not just eye recognition. But it's possible. The Doomsday Bunker, that's always a thing, man. I've always wanted to have a bunker since I was a kid. All right, so let's talk about the next adventure, right? The next adventure is on board the one, the only, the NCL Aqua. And that is July 5th. I keep telling these guys not to message me while I'm going live, but they still do it anyway. Side chats are not good. Side chats are not good. So that's the next adventure, is the NCL Aqua July 5th out of Port Canaveral. So that'll be the next upcoming series of videos. I am working on videos from the Jubilee, so they'll be coming out very soon. And that's pretty much it, right? That's pretty much a wrap. The kids will be home next week, so it's back to a full house, chaotic schedules and all of that fun stuff. Back to work on Saturday, Jubilee, and now we can talk about the dreaded program. So let's get that breaking news going.
Travel news.
All right, if you haven't been here lately, Carnival has announced a new change to its VIFP program. Starting in June of 2026, there will be a new rewards program set up. Listen, I'm not going to call it a VIFP program. I'm just going to call it what it is. It is literally the Carnival Rewards program. It starts June 2026. You have from now until May 31st of 2026. If you are not Diamond, to reach that Diamond level, because once you reach Diamond, you'll be able to have that for 6 years. Here's the thing. I know there's a lot of people out there hating on the program at the moment. I have to give Carnival a little bit of credit with putting the program out for our eyes to see a year before it takes effect. So the benefit of it is it gives Carnival a little bit of time to tweak this program if they want it to do so. Now, I'll take all questions. I'll answer all questions. If I don't get to it, I'm not skipping you. I just want to talk about this, and then we'll come back to touch base on questions. So my thing is with being a platinum cruiser on board Carnival, I don't really use a lot of the platinum perks. I don't do the early boarding. I like to get to port late. The one thing that I use the most is the laundry. It's not a deal breaker for me. So if that goes away, it is what it is. We all know that everyone complains about the gifts that Carnival gives out. You have some people that are grateful like me. I enjoy it no matter what it is. But then you have some that constantly complain about it. So if that goes away, that's not a real big deal breaker. Now, the way they have it set up is you earn points, you earn stars, and all of that stuff by spending money. Now here, you get 3 stars for every $1 spent on eligible Carnival purchases. So to me, that means booking your cruise, anything you spend on board, anything that goes any which way Carnival possible. If you have the Carnival credit card, like a lot of us do, I know I have it, that's the big thing. So you earn them status qualifying stars in multiple ways. Now here's the thing for me, and we'll talk about this because it's a real big number, right? Like, I cruise and I gamble. So for me, this program is more beneficial to me than the regular VIFP program is. If I'm starting out as a new cruiser on board Carnival in 2026 and I gamble the same way I do now, it's very beneficial for me to move up the ladder quicker with this new program than it would be with a regular VIFP program that Carnival has in place now when it's based off the amount of nights that you sail. It takes 200 nights to get to Diamond. I can essentially reach Diamond on 2 or 3 cruises with this new program. I'm not saying everyone gambles the same way that I gamble, but I know for a fact that when I cruised with Chuck ended the cruise with over 30,000 points. I ended a cruise with over 40,000 points. So you get 1 star for every casino point. It's 100,000 stars to reach Diamond. So if I cruise twice a year or 3 times a year and I get 40,000 points in the casino every time I cruise, I'm already at Diamond within 3 cruises. Now, I'm not saying that's the smart way to do that. I'm not saying that's the genius way to do it, but I'm saying if you are already a gambler on board Carnival and you receive casino offers and you go and you get 25, 35, 45, 55,000 points per cruise, this program benefits you more because essentially what they rolled out is a casino program across the fleet. I'm just going to call it what it is. I believe in my heart of hearts and my spades of spades that this program that Carnival is rolling out is essentially a casino program. It benefits the people. Let's not say it benefits the people who spend money, but it benefits more if you're a casino player. Does that make sense? Because the more points you have when you end your cruise, the more stars you're essentially going to have when you roll into the new Carnival Rewards program. Now, I know for a fact, Lourdes on that transatlantic, you had close to 30,000 points on one cruise. I had over 30,000 points. Chuck had over 30,000 points. So essentially, if you're, like Chuck just said, a degenerate gambler, not necessarily a degenerate gambler, if you're gambling and you're up and you're spending money and you're cycling money through the machine, that's where it comes into play, right? And I see your comment, Lourdes. That's not everyone, Mike. You know I'm like you, but it's not fair for most. In all reality, no casino program, no Royal Caribbean program, no program is essentially fair for everybody. There are some people who can only sail once every 2 years. There are some people who can only sail once every 3-4 years. So every loyalty program that's out there, whether it's NCL, whether it's Royal Caribbean, whether it's Princess, whoever it may be, there is always something that's going to not work for everybody. It's not going to essentially work for everybody. Okay? Like you look at Royal Caribbean, what's the level to get the Pinnacle? But you know how much money you have spent over the course of time to reach Pinnacle or to reach Double Pinnacle, or even with, let's say, MSC. MSC is one of the best cruise lines out there when it comes to loyalty status because they match loyalty status of other cruise lines. Not just of cruise lines, but they also match like Hyatt credit cards or Marriott or Hilton. Whatever highest level you have, they will match. The perk of it is it's not going to work for everybody. There's no one program out there across any cruise line that works for everybody. It's just not. It's not functional. It's not feasible, and in all reality, it's not profitable. So if you have a cruise line that's coming out with a new program that works for you, you really can't be mad if it works better for you than it does for somebody else. Does it suck? 100% it sucks because you have those people out there that have cruised that one brand for so long that now you have to try and figure things out and make things work again. But it's not the worst program ever. They could have rolled out a way worse program than they actually did. Again, if you're a person that cruises multiple times a year and you gamble, even if you gamble, let's just say you cruise 10 times a year and you gamble and you earn 10,000 points in the casino, which is very easy to do. It's not a ton of money. We all know when you cycle money through a machine, you're constantly earning points. It's very easy to reach 10,000 points in a 7, 8, 10-day voyage. You do that 10 times a year, you're at Diamond. Now, I know there's people out there that don't cruise and gamble. I know there's people out there that are frugal and don't spend no more money once they get on board the ship. It sucks for them people. I get it. I completely understand. I have been loyal to Princess since I was a kid. My first switch to Carnival was in 2021. It's it's not a one program suits all. There's never going to be a one program suits all. So you have to take the best pieces of the program, put them together in whatever way you can, and just make it work for you. So I personally think for people that gamble or enjoy specialty dining or enjoy buying drinks on board the ship or enjoy spending a little bit of extra money, it's more beneficial. Absolutely, it's more beneficial. But again, it's just like every other loyalty program. You spend more money, you have better loyalty status when it comes to other people. You just move up the chain faster. You stay at Hyatt a lot more than somebody else, you're going to earn your status more. My Hyatt credit card or my Marriott credit card, the more I spend, the more points I get. Does it mean that the person who has the same credit card as me doesn't spend as much money, doesn't get as many points? Then it's not a fair program. It's just the way it works. And unfortunately, for the people who don't spend any money or only cruise once every 3 years, that's the one that it's affecting the most. It's not going to affect your main loyal, constantly cruising Carnival 5, 6, 7, 8 times a year guest as it would the person who cruises Carnival once, twice, or 3 times every 3 to 5 years. But this is a loyalty program, not a casino, and telling people that they need to buy a $400 buck massage to get status is stupid. Nobody's telling you have to buy a $400 massage to get status. That's the enhancement to it. If you buy things, you'll get a higher status. It's just like everything else, right? Like I just said, Marriott, the more you book and stay with Marriott, the more higher status you get. You get globalist, or you get, whatever it may be. It's based off of every other travel program that's out there, whether it comes to flights, whether it comes to airline programs, whether it comes to hotel programs, they're all running the same. And that's what Carnival is switching to. They're switching to more of a travel program than just a cruise loyalty program. It's more so of a travel rewards program instead of a loyalty program at this point. Whatever, Chuck, go sail the Star of the Seas. Oh, wait. Yeah, he's getting ready to. I have 0 Carnival points, and none of the Carnival ships that are near Australia are any good. So these issues aren't going to impact me at this stage anyway, but I'm interested in the situation. It's a good situation, right? Like, I understand both sides of the spectrum when it comes to the situation. And I get people are getting mad. I completely understand it. But you have to dissect the whole thing. You have to read every word for word. You have to look at the whole thing and not just glance over it and be like, okay, this ain't for me. You have to really do your research into it. And if you read every word for word, line for line, part of this rewards program that they're trying to roll out, it's really not bad. It's really not bad. A lot of your diamond guests who are diamond now are going to end up being diamond for 6 years once this program comes out. So you're not losing your diamond status for at least 6 years, which I'm pretty sure in 6 years you're able to maintain that 100,000 points. So to me, it seems like a program that's going to be, let's put it this way. It seems like a more beneficial program for people that are platinum and above, and it hurts the people that are gold and below. So I completely understand that part of the situation. But for anyone that I feel is platinum and above, you have such a big gap of time to be able to maintain that status over consecutive years for a continuous time. Julie is in the house. What's going on, Julie? Mike, it took someone years to achieve their status, and now they lose that status and can't reach that status anymore. There's young ones like you. This is fine. But hey, older folks are losing it. Again, you're not losing it. You have it for 6 years after this program rolls out. And you have it to maintain, you have 6 years to be able to maintain that diamond level for every year after that. That's what I think a lot of people are failing to understand. I think a lot of people think that when this program comes out, you're losing everything. You're not losing everything. You're losing certain perks to that. Yes, I get it. It sucks. You lose certain perks. It does suck. Your free laundry, that sucks. Losing that, it sucks. Losing the specialty dining, the one-time specialty dining, that sucks. Because for people that are platinum and below that are earning to get that, you're not going to have it anymore. But people that have been diamond for a year, 2, 3, 4 years, you've already extinguished those one-time benefits of a free upgrade or the free specialty dining. So the real thing that you're essentially losing is the free laundry or the free drink and all of that stuff. So again, being able to maintain your diamond status for 6 years after the program rolls out and have within that 6 years, be able to maintain 100,000 points over the course of 6 years. I mean, that's less than that's 15,000 points a year that you would have to accrue in that new program to be able to maintain that diamond status. Don't be sorry, Julie. You're never late. It's okay. Chuck gets to buy me the star model now. Yeah, no, I'll make sure I take care of that. but a change as drastic as this one is ridiculous. No one's saying it's not ridiculous, right? Like I understand, again, I understand both sides of the spectrum. I get where people are coming from, but I don't think it's as bad as everyone thinks it is. Star of the Seas or Star Princess, Martin. Either way, Chuck, I got to get them one of each. I'll be on the Star Princess later than y'all, but with y'all, so I'll get my model then. Okay, so I don't got to worry about Star Princess. Loyalty is not on Carnival's dictionary come 2026. I'm mad for everyone else. I'll be good until 2023. Heck, might be dead by then. Girl, you better stop talking like that. And again, like I said, I'm mad for the ones that are below the platinum status, right? Because platinum gets 2 years to continue their status, and then diamond gets 6 years. So anybody below platinum is kind of where you're screwed, because you can't maintain that status, or you can't achieve that status because you weren't there at that point in time. So like Jen, the kids, my mom, my dad, all of them, they're the ones that are going to get screwed over. And Scott brought up a big question earlier, because I told him, I was like, look, to me, it doesn't, if I look at it as my standpoint on how I cruise and how I gamble, it doesn't make a difference for me. It actually benefits me. I think I would hit diamond a lot faster than 200 days. I'm 49 days away from diamond as it is. So I'm relatively on the cuff of being a diamond cruiser. Now, if I hit diamond before the change next year, that would be great, but I don't have enough cruises set to be able to do so. I do have a 14-day transatlantic, which will put me 14 days closer. However, I don't think I would be hitting diamond by May 31st of 2026. I have a lot of other things on the books between now and then, and there's not a lot of wiggle room to make that work to get more time in for 2026 with Carnival. So with the way that I cruise and I gamble, I'm pretty sure hitting that diamond status would be faster based off of my casino play than it would be anything else. Playing in the casino is not everyone's thing, so that's not fair. Again, Martin, spending money is not everyone's thing. You know what I mean? Staying in hotels isn't everyone's thing. So you can be disappointed that the program is not what you expected, but you can't be mad at the program because it's not your cup of tea. Again, there's no one size fits all. Not every single person that walks this face of the earth is not going to be happy with the program that they roll out. You're going to have people that are upset, and you're going to have people that are just okay with it. I am not a person that thrives on the loyalty status. All right. So I don't have to hit the next tier or the next tier or the next tier. My goal is to go on a cruise, have a good time, enjoy the company of the people I'm with, make some videos, put them on YouTube, and have fun. That's my ultimate goal. It doesn't matter what cruise line it's on. I've been on multiple Margaritaville at sea cruises, and they don't have a loyalty program at all. So 6 cruises with that cruise line, and I've earned no loyalty status whatsoever. Do I earn a loyalty status in the casino? Of course, but I don't earn a loyalty status with the cruise line itself. I've been on Norwegian one time. I'm not worried about the loyalty status. I'm getting on Norwegian again. I've been on Royal Caribbean technically twice. I'm getting on board another Royal Caribbean. I've been on Celebrity. I'm getting on another Celebrity. The loyalty status to me is no longer a concern, or it's not a want like it was when I was younger, right? Like I wanted to hit elite with Princess. I wanted to get to that point. I don't really worry about the loyalty status because the perks in the loyalty programs now aren't something that'll make or break my voyage. It's not something that I look forward to. I know Scott looks forward to getting to the port early and using that priority embarkation. I'd rather not. I'd rather get to the port later. I don't have to wait as long for my room. I go right to the muster drill. Everything's so smooth. It's quick. And to me, it's more enjoyable. I don't have to feel pressure of being around a ton of people, waiting to get on board the ship or go through customs or things like that. So the benefits that are currently with the loyalty program, to me, it's not a deal breaker. I've cruised with multiple different cruise lines, at this point, it's just like, all right, it's another program that's being rolled out as a travel program. It's not I'm not even going to call it a loyalty status program because that's not what it is. It's more of a travel program than it is a loyalty status program. I cruise as often as I can. I have 12 nights to Diamond. It would be nice, but I don't cruise for status. I get OBC for being a stockholder, though. And that's another great perk, right? Like being a stockholder, having 100 shares, you get that OBC. That's another nice little perk. So for people like Scott who cruise with me more often than cruising by himself, he's essentially piggybacked off my offers to earn his status of platinum, right? If he wasn't cruising with me, he wouldn't have cruised as often. He wouldn't have gotten to that status as fast. So it's really a kind of like a catch-22, right? If you don't hit your status, is it really a big deal? Are you worried about the status? Is the status a thing for you? To me, the status, it's just not a thing. Like I don't cruise for the status. I cruise to have a good time. I cruise because my passion and my love for cruising is there. My love for the sea is there. You can take away every rewards program or every loyalty program. It makes no difference to me at the end of the day. I'm still going to book a cruise and get on a cruise regardless of the loyalty program. So I'm not changing lines. So Dababetic, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it very much.
Awesome! Thank you very much.
And you just earned 69 naughty points. 69 naughty points. So I don't cruise for the status. Does it suck? It ultimately sucks for the people who are wanting to cruise for the status or the frugal, friendly cruisers. I completely get it 100% across the board. I understand the frustration. And I really do. So when I sit here and I tell you I don't worry about it, don't think I don't understand the frustration, because I do understand that it's there. But I also understand other frustration, like people like my besties, Gay and Dan, who live in Australia and only have a few cruise ships to choose from that sail out of Australia because cruise lines have pulled out of Australia. I also understand that frustration where you got to constantly cruise on the same cruise line because you only have one cruise line there, or the same cruise ships because they're the only cruise ships that are there. So I completely understand frustration when it comes from in one form or another. To me, the loyalty status thing is not a big issue. What I'm worried about when I cruise, especially like with Royal, my concern with Royal was making sure I hit Prime in the casino. I didn't care about the status. I cared about hitting Prime in the casino, because from that point forward for the whole next year, no matter what I do, my drinks are free in the casino. Whether I gamble in the casino or I just go to the casino to get a drink, my drinks are free. It's not like Carnival where you have to be actively playing to get those free drinks. I just go up to the bar in the casino and my drinks are free. So my concern turns to be things like that. It turns to be the specialty dining options or booking the best deal that I can get. I'll be honest, I only book Carnival as much as I do because the deals I get from Carnival. Carnival sends me casino offers. So I literally cruise Carnival for the casino offers. That's the way it is. Aren't they doing free drinks now too? Who, Chuck? Who's doing free drinks? I know Margaritaville at Sea, for anyone that gambles in the casino, regardless of status, you get free drinks. So if you're on a Margaritaville at Sea cruise and you're in the casino playing, your drinks are free in the casino, regardless of points, regardless of dollars spent. As long as you're actively gaming, your drinks are free from the start of your cruise to the end of your cruise in the casino only. Loyalty drink vouchers. So I know Royal Caribbean does the 5 drinks when you get to certain statuses. You get 5 drinks a day when it comes to Royal Caribbean. But again, even it's tough, right? Because is that worth hitting a status, 5 free drinks a day? Like I'll be honest, I get free drinks with Carnival, and how many drinks do I drink a day? 0. I think this last cruise I had 1 alcoholic beverage, maybe 2, and they were both at dinner. There might be a loyalty perk, but it depends on the casino offer. I don't think they're doing like a loyalty drinks. Celebrity 2, free drinks in the casino no matter the status. So, what's going away, Lourdes? So they still do the platinum party. I was invited on board with the Jubilee. I know sometimes, depending on the amount of people, they'll do the vouchers, but they don't always do the vouchers. What's going away, Lourdes? The casino offers? They're not going anywhere. I wouldn't worry about the casino offers. I highly doubt the Carnival casino offers are going somewhere. How did you like the aft balcony? The aft balcony was nice. It was on deck 10. The only downfall with the aft balcony on the XL class ships is you overlook summer landing. So you're constantly looking over the pool there, that aft section of the pool. But it was nice. Essentially, it was nice. The free drink for platinum or diamond. Yeah, I mean, it's a free drink. It's $12. It's $14. To me, that's not a big enough perk. Like, it's not worth it. A free bottle of water, essentially, to me, isn't that big of a deal either. I mean, like, you have to look at the things that you're getting and see if it's actually worth the grief of losing it or getting mad that it's going away. Because to me, a free drink for a platinum or diamond, it's not a deal breaker. A free bag of laundry isn't a deal breaker. Early embarkation isn't a deal breaker. Early debarkation isn't a deal breaker. Like, those are things to me that I don't. To me, it's just not. It's not a deal breaker. It's not something that's going to keep me from cruising if it wasn't there in the first place. And again, I started cruising Carnival in 2021, so half the perks I didn't get until 2023, 2024 when I hit platinum. So essentially, to me, it's just not. It's just not a big perk to keep me from cruising the cruise line. Is it a disappointment that they're going away? Absolutely. There's people out there that enjoy those perks. I'll tell you the one thing that I don't want to go away is the pins. I enjoy getting the ship-specific pins now that I'm platinum. It's going to go away, but it's not going to stop me from cruising the cruise line. I don't feel it's a strong enough pushback from the cruise line on how they're changing the program to make me go, okay, I'm not going to cruise Carnival no more. My loyalty status as platinum maintains for 2 years as of 2026. And then I have 2 years to maintain either platinum or earn enough points to reach diamond. I think it's, again, me solely speaking for myself, or even for Chuck, who gambles as often as I do. To us, it's not a bad program. For everyone else, yes, it's not the greatest program in the world. But again, there's a year for them to listen to everyone's complaints or concerns and make some changes. John Heald put out a live today, and I felt bad because everyone was bashing him in his live. I don't know John personally, but I could tell you I do know John doesn't make the decisions for Carnival. I do know that. And I can also tell you I don't think Christine Duffy makes the decisions for Carnival. I think there's a whole lot of people who make up the beards or the boards or whatever you want to call them that make the decisions for Carnival. I think cruise lines send out spies to other cruise lines and get insider information when it comes to certain things. That's just the way the industry works. And at the end of the day, we have to remember this is a business. It's 100% a business. So if the business is making money, that's great. You're making money. But the business needs to be profiting money. And I know there's going to be people out there that say, oh, Carnival made Q4 earnings were profits, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I get it. But I also understand their standpoint when it comes to certain things. Celebrity Beyond, I was on an aft balcony. It was just water below us. That was the best. I know you didn't ask me. No worries, bro. So I've been on a couple aft balconies before where it's literally been the aft end of the ship, and then it's just been water. On the XL class ships, the way the aft is set up, it's a staggered aft. So starting from the upper decks, it goes down and gets a little bit wider. And on deck 8, there's a big summer landing right outside Guy's Pig and Anchor. And they have a pool there. There's a little bar on the one side. So essentially, I'm on deck 10. The pool's here. My cabin's here. And then everyone above me can see down into my balcony. I can see into the balconies below, and then the whole swimming pool area. Again, it was nice. It wasn't bad. I enjoyed the cabin. The Diamond and Platinum party is leaving. I will miss that perk on ships outside of the XL class ships. And again, it's little things, right? Like, people are always going to have something they miss. There's always going to be something. But I do think that, we have to give it a chance and see if they make some changes with the program within the next year and see what happens. Maybe people should have taken the free fanny pack and listen, man, it's cool to get those few little things, right? Like, those little gifts make some people happy. Me, I enjoy them as giveaways. I usually get them and give them away to other people. I'm cool with it. I don't really keep them. I enjoyed the one I enjoyed the most was the packing cubes, because I'm a big advocate for packing cubes. Sometimes there are so many people at the Platinum and Diamond status on the cruise, they can't accommodate that many passengers and will immediate cabin access, and the people get really mad and put out. Yeah, so with the last cruise I was on, they had 2 Diamond and Platinum parties, 2 different times and all of that. So I'll be honest, I didn't go. The last Platinum and Diamond party I went to, I believe, was on the Carnival Jubilee. No, not the Jubilee. Was on the Carnival Glory. And it was the booze cruise 2 years ago. I believe that was the last time I went. I don't think a lot of us would stop cruising on Carnival, but I do think that this new program absolutely makes cruisers start to look at other cruise lines to see if their grass is greener. And I agree 100%. 100% I agree that it's going to make other cruisers start looking at other cruise lines. But what it's also going to do is it's going to make other cruisers compare Carnival's program to the other cruise lines programs and actually see which one's worse. Actually see which one you can get to faster or whatever the case may be. I believe you can hit Diamond faster with Carnival than you can hit Pinnacle with Royal Caribbean. That's my honest opinion. If you want my honest opinion on what cruise line I think you should look at, I've been screaming it since day one, way before it became popular, way before everyone's even asked, and that is MSC Cruise Line. MSC Cruise Line is that one cruise line that matches that status across the board. They will give you status for status match. It's a one-time status match, so I highly suggest if you're going to do it, you pick your highest level of status and you match it with MSC. You reach out to them. It's right on the website. I'll actually go and post the link in the Facebook group. So if you're not in the Facebook group, make sure you join that. And I'll post a link to the MSC status match over in the Facebook group. But make sure you pick your highest status, whether that's Hilton Honors, whether that's a Southwest credit card, whatever it may be. Pick your highest status and match that with MSC, because it's a one-time status match with MSC. Martin, boo MSC. Boo you, Martin. Boo you. Dan and I just booked a cruise on Celebrity Edge for next March from Auckland to Fiji and Samoa. That sounds like an amazing trip. Mike, that's you. The little things that makes you special is a big disappointment. Their verbiage is also a slap on the face. We need to address the top-heavy program. So now Platinum and... I guess she's still typing. Listen, I get it. Not everyone's going to agree with me, and that's fine. That's the great thing about opinions, right, is we're all allowed to have them. I just don't think... I really don't think it's as bad as everyone thinks it is. Staggered Aft was my nickname in college. Diamonds are top heavy, not loyal. Five nights or longer cruise gets a total of 2 free drinks, not a daily limit, but overall 2. Yeah, so you get 2 free drinks, 5 nights or over. That's to replace the Platinum party. Which, to me, that's a better perk. I don't go to the Platinum parties, so I would rather get the 2 drinks and have them whenever I wanted. It's fine for people like you who can cruise multiple times a year, but bad for the average one-time-a-year cruiser. And listen, I agree, Fat Cat, 100%. I said that in the beginning. It's worse for the people who can only cruise once every year or 2 years or 3 years. 100%. I have just recently started cruising multiple times a year. This hasn't been something that I've done every year for the last 20 years. So To say that I cruise multiple times a year, yes. But that's all recent. This isn't something that I've done for years to come. This is all recent for me. The hilarious thing is that we, meaning cruisers, are complaining about cruising. Come on, man. It definitely sucks and all. But again, we are talking about first world problems. Exactly my point. Exactly my point. The whole thing is, it doesn't, and I said this in the beginning of the show, if you go back and watch, the loyalty status doesn't matter to me because the whole thing about cruising for me is being able to get on board a ship, enjoy myself, enjoy my time, enjoy the company, enjoy some good food, maintain this weight that I got going on here by eating a good guy's burger, spending some time in the casino, singing my little heart out at the piano bar, and having a drink or two with the amazing company of my friends, family, followers, whoever it may be. At the end of the day, the loyalty status does not matter to me. It's not something that I'm going to get all bent out of shape over. But I also have to look at it and go, okay, well, I can earn status faster because I gamble. I choose to gamble. Just like you choose not to spend money, I choose to spend money and gamble. I work hard for my money. I want to gamble. Oh, that's my choice. But it does suck. I get it. But again, it's first world problems. What are we going to do? We either keep cruising or we boycott cruising. All I know is when the shutdown was here, I couldn't wait for cruise ships to come back online, get back on the water, regardless of a loyalty program. I just wanted to cruise. That was the whole thing. The way they worded the question and answer stuff was a slap in the face. Now listen, again, they got a year, right? They got a year. They heard the complaints. They sent the complaints. They know that loyal cruisers are not happy. Do I think changes are going to come from it? It's possible. Do I think they're going to stand their ground on a lot more things than what we think? 100%. But again, it's all based upon what works best for the company. And unfortunately, it's not always what works best for the consumer as much as it does the conglomerate. So I can't dwell on it. I don't want to dwell on it. I just wanted to talk about it tonight and move past it because I know it's still fresh. I know it's still a lot for people to process, but it's not as bad as everyone essentially makes it out to be. If you're, I can't say if you're a cruiser who gambles and spends a ton of money, then it's nothing for you to worry about. Don't worry about the low man on the totem pole. But I do have low men on the totem pole. So for me, it does affect. It affects the kids. It affects my family. It affects the in-laws. It affects some of my friends who constantly cruise with me, like Cameron or Kim, Scott. It affects a lot of people that are within my close circle. It affects people that have yet to cruise Carnival but want to cruise Carnival with me. So there is a lot of people that this does affect. But the same thing I'm telling them is the same thing I'm telling you. If you look at it instead of looking at it so black and white and you read over everything and you process it all, it's essentially a rewards program. Does it seem like more of a casino rewards program? 100%. But it's more of a travel rewards program instead of a loyalty program. And that's the final word that I got with it. It's more of a rewards program, a travel rewards program, than a loyalty program. My cruise in September, I'm going to rip all the benefits. I get Diamond and look at MSC in the future. MSC is great, man. MSC is doing some good work. I think MSC is doing fantastic work. They've come a long way from the very first time I've sailed on them. But just like I tell you on anything else, if you book MSC, go into it with an open mind. 100% open-minded. All this going on, I'm literally about to check in for my next cruise in an hour. Laugh my ass off. I'm going to protest by buying one less drink, damn it. That'll show them. That's it, man. One less drink, right? And it kills me because here's the big kicker, right? Like, let's talk about this for a second. We got 6 more minutes. But we'll talk about this for a second because this was a big thing that got brought up on the last cruise. The last cruise I was on, I booked a casino offer. It was an elite cruise, so there was elite members on board. But I was not on an elite offer. Now, here's the thing. I get free drinks throughout the whole ship. I literally had 2 or 3 drinks in 7 days. So we're talking about perks going away. I paid money in the casino to get loyalty points, to get these offers. I get free drinks that some people spend $800, $900, $1,000 on, and I don't use them. That's why, to me, certain things, not that it doesn't matter, because, again, it does matter. Let me stress that. It does matter, but it's not going to stop me from cruising. The changes, the cutbacks, or this or that aren't going to stop me from cruising. You know what's going to stop me from cruising is when you charge me 10 times more than you're charging me now. You make me sleep in a crew cabin. You make me mop the floor and change my own trash can, make my own bed, and cook my own dinner. That's what's going to make me stop cruising, because at that point, I'm just going to join the Navy. That's what's going to stop me from cruising. As long as cruise ships are still sailing, as long as everyone that I go with is still enjoying it and I'm still enjoying it, and I still enjoy making content and putting it here on YouTube and coming at you live and in charge, I'm still going to board a cruise ship. I hope that none of you decide to break away and say screw it and not cruise anymore, because this is something that should not affect that. You should continue to cruise regardless of the programs, regardless of the cruise line. I think everyone should try every cruise line. I was loyal to the one specific brand until I broke away. And now I'm just loyal to the next one, baby. And the next one's NCL. That's the next one. I enjoy it. I love cruising. I hope you love cruising. And we'll just leave it at that. If the program is upsetting you, don't let it upset you. There are worse things in this life that could upset you more than the program. Just ask Haley. She saw Martin in a Speedo. She has ever since been traumatized. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm pretty sure in about 30 seconds I'm going to get a text message. Either way, let's finish up with some comments and then we'll get out of here and end this night. I think the thing is going to Carnival's quality has gone way down, yet the prices go up, and now the rewards program change. It just rubs people the wrong way. 100%. You want our dollars, then I am willing to give it as long as I feel the value is worth it. Again, 100% in the Navy. You can sail the 7 seas in the Navy. We do it because we love it. 100%. And if anyone loves it the most, it's definitely Gay and Dan, and I have to agree, because they have blessed us. Whoever is going on the Alaska group cruise, they're going with us. So they're flying all the way from Australia to Seattle just to cruise with this ugly mug for 7 days in the cold, frigid temperatures of Alaska. Well, it's July, so not really cold. But since we brought it up, let's roll that video real quick, and then I'll come back. I'll say goodbye to y'all. And then it's bedtime for me. Let's go. Alaska 2026. It's on Princess, not Carnival. So you don't got to worry about the loyalty program changing. Listen, there are still some cabins available. If you would like to join us, shoot me an email. The email is in the description below. Again, if this topic of the Carnival program, rewards program is upsetting you, please do not let it upset you. There are so many things worse in life for us to worry about than this. And I mean that from the very bottom of my heart, like Martin saying he's going to bring that Speedo to Alaska. So Haley, please, whatever you do, make sure you go through that boy's luggage, because I do not want to see no 7-foot Samoan man in a thong Speedo bikini in Alaska with puppies on deck or any of that. And Lourdes, I love you so much, and you know for a fact that Ernie is probably looking down right now telling you, do not worry about this, Lourdes. Continue the cruise, continue to spin those wheels in the casino, continue to get koi and enjoy life, because it is very, very short, and we do not know when our time is going to come. So I will leave that with y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me on this Thirsty Thursday. I will see you all next week. Same bad channel, same bad place. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, y'all know what to do. Y'all stay naughty. Peace.